Hello and welcome to the West Asia Post with me, Ghadi Francis. This is our weekly show where we bring you all the latest updates from the world's most volatile region. Our focus this week is on this small neighborhood known by the name of Sheikh Jarrah. For decades, Sheikh Jarrah was just another normal neighborhood in East Jerusalem. But it has become viral online since protests flared against forced eviction of Palestinians from houses there. Since the arrest of prominent Palestinian activists and journalists, Sheikh Jarrah has become the global flashpoint for the conflict, with the hashtag Save Sheikh Jarrah gaining momentum across the world.
When you enter the neighborhood of Sheikh Jarrah, the wall will most definitely catch your eye. The mural shows a map of Palestine before 1948. Wrapped in a keffiyeh or the traditional headdress, the words on the wall say, "Welcome to the steadfast Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood." A tree-lined area of sandstone homes, Sheikh Jarrah is named after a personal physician to Saladin, the conqueror who seized Jerusalem from the Crusaders in 1187. It also houses a site revered by religious Jews, the tomb of an ancient high priestess, Shimon Hatzadik. Israel occupied East Jerusalem in 1967, later annexing it in a move not recognized by the world. Palestinians were driven out of their homes. Many of them found refuge in Sheikh Jarrah. A Jordanian project here in the 1950s built houses for the displaced Palestinians. It was funded by the United Nations. But some of the land is said to have been owned by Jewish associations. Israelis argue that Sheikh Jarrah belonged to Jews in East Jerusalem before the 1948 war. Under Israeli law, Jewish groups can claim land that once belonged to Jews, even before the foundation of the State of Israel. Doesn't matter if Palestinian families have been living there for decades. This has always been an issue of furious dispute, one that has given birth to a decades-long legal feud. The neighborhood is populated by Palestinians, but a legal challenge in the Israeli Supreme Court is seeking to evict them and bring in Israeli settlers. For decades, Sheikh Jarrah was just another neighborhood. But forced evictions have turned it into a flashpoint. Mohammed Al-Kurd has been working tirelessly to talk about this issue around the world. He and his sister Mona are famous Palestinian activists. They are among those facing the loss of their homes. The Kurd says there is an unprecedented change in public opinion. But behind him, the reality is a stark one. Israeli flags flutter on a home taken over by settlers after his neighbors were evicted.
It is clear that working on social media really makes a change. I was someone who didn't believe that a post or a picture could change anything. But then I figured our first and last battle is the battle of words, a battle of narratives and a battle of public opinion.
The protests in Sheikh Jarrah spread early last month. They moved to the city's Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, sparking a crackdown by Israeli forces against Palestinians. This triggered an 11-day war between the Jewish state and Hamas. One that has killed hundreds of civilians in Gaza. While a ceasefire is currently holding, evictions are yet to stop in the Flashpoint neighbourhood. Earlier, the twins too were detained by the police. Clashes followed their arrest.
I was taken out of the house. They entered in the morning by heavily knocking on the door. They came in with an arrest warrant. They told me that I was under investigation and Muhammad also.
This is what the neighbourhood looks like right now. Police barriers are placed at the end of each street, while Jewish settlers are allowed to move about. If you are a Palestinian who doesn't live here, you will not be allowed into the neighbourhood. As tensions mounted, the Israeli security forces relented. They released the twins shortly after, but it wasn't without a warning.
They said that we were inciting violence, when clearly the only incitement of violence is the presence of an illegal blockade in Sheikh Jarrah, is the presence of settler outposts in Sheikh Jarrah that are threatening to burn our homes and kick us out of our homes.
The Israeli Attorney General has said that he will not intervene in the Sheikh Jarrah case. The decision leaves the Supreme Court free to decide on the future of the Palestinian villages. The Sheikh Jarrah families have rejected this decision, saying that this is a forced expulsion, not a legal matter. The hashtag Save Sheikh Jarrah has now gone viral. But for the Palestinian families, it may soon be a lost cause. None of them have faith in the Israeli judiciary. They believe that Sheikh Jarrah is bigger than just a movement. They see it as a flag bearer for the Palestinian cause.
People have started to understand the Sheikh Jarrah case and about colonialism in general in Jerusalem. Even if we don't manage to save the homes, we've done something bigger. Our cause isn't just saving the homes. If we save homes in Sheikh Jarrah, there are still 800 homes in Silwan that should be saved.
West Asia Bureau, WION. World is One.